Hi everyone, I'm Leah, and today in this video we'll introduce you to the profile overview so you can manage profiles in Full Fabric. So let's start. A profile overview has two sections. The first section, that has the majority of the information, will have different tabs of information for different purposes. And on the right hand side, you will have access to a sidebar where you can see information about the candidate's application and programs of interest. Let's start with the top tab bar. The first tab is the Overview tab. Through the Overview tab, you have access to three main sections: Campaigns, Events, and Forms. The Campaigns section allows you to understand how many campaigns this person has received, how many did they open, and how many did they click. So this will allow you to see the statistics and the performance of campaigns for this specific person. The Events section will allow you to understand if this person has registered and also if they have attended any of your events. The last section is the Forms section. This allows you to see if this person has submitted any sort of forms, may it be brochure downloads, newsletter subscriptions, and so on. The View option allows you to open that specific form and visualize the answers of this person for that form. Then we have the Latest Activity. The latest activity is a list of all the different sorts of interactions of this person with your school. May it be an application that has been started, a form that has been submitted, or even internal interactions such as a merging of a profile. On this area, you can also add notes, calls, and additional information of your engagement with this person. For instance, you can type on this area any sort of note and then click on the option of Post. This will allow you to keep track of this information so your colleagues and other team members have access to information about this person. The next tab is the Tasks tab. The Tasks tab allows you not only to create tasks for other team members, but also for yourself. Through this area, you can keep track of any sort of follow-ups that you need to perform with this person, or also share additional information with other team members. The next tab is the Info tab. The Info tab is basically a list of all the different sorts of information about a person, may it be their generic information such as name, email, but also contact details and any additional information that you need to track about someone in Full Fabric. On this area, you can easily manage that person's information by coming to each specific field and making changes to the same. Some of this information is automatically populated by the information of their application. Other information can be added manually by you and your teams. The next tab is the Experience tab. The Experience tab allows you to keep track of the different background of this person, may it be their professional or their academic background. You can see on this area that you can have multiple entries for the same person. This allows you to keep track of their background, similar to what you would have on, for example, LinkedIn. The next tab is the Emails tab. The Email tab allows you not only to communicate with someone, but also keep track of any sort of communication that you might have with that person. You can filter the list by the received emails, the sent, the system emails, and also choose the option to view all emails. From this area, you can compose an email to be sent out to the profile, or you can also use the shared email templates functionality. This allows you to select an email template that was created by you or by someone else from your team and allow you to save time in terms of the creation of emails. The next tab is the Letters tab. The Letters tab allows you to create different sorts of documentation that will pull in the information of the specific person. The next tab is the Files tab. The File tab allows you to not only upload a specific file to this person's profile, but also gives you a list of all the different documents that have been provided or uploaded by this person, may it be through their application, through a form, or through any sort of form submission that they might have done. The next tab is the Financials tab. The Financial tab allows you to not only see the information about someone in terms of their financial details, such as if they have a payment plan, if they have made any sort of payment through Full Fabric, such as a payment of a deposit or even a payment of an application fee when they apply to a program. Then, the next tab is the Advanced tab. The Advanced tab allows you to, in first place, delete that person's profile, or even look at their policies and agreements in terms of GDPR. On this area, you can also update their agreements in terms of their consent to be contacted and for their data to be stored in Full Fabric. If a profile reaches out to you and refers to their consent and requests an update of their consent, you can come to this area and do that action. You also have on this area a Merge Profiles functionality. This allows you to merge two profiles of the same person in Full Fabric. Every time you identify that the same person has two accounts in the system, you can come to this area and easily connect those two profiles and only keep one in the system. Now, let's look at the right-hand side bar. The right-hand side bar starts with the Summary section. Through the Summary section, you have a quick view of their consent in terms of being able to communicate with them. You also have information about when this profile was created in the system. The next section is the Organization section. The Organization section allows you to have information about the professional background of someone. From here, you can have access to the information that is also available on the Experience tab. The next two sections are the information about the candidates' applications and the programs that they are tied to. From the first section, you can easily click over the name of the application to have access to the application that the person has started or submitted. And on the second section, you will have access to the programs that they are tied to. A profile can be tied to multiple programs, and for each program, they will have a specific status in the system. From this area and through this blue button, you can also change their status easily and update them in terms of your conversion funnel. Also on this section, you will be able to keep track of all the offers that have been made to this profile, if they have any sort of payment plan tied to this program, and also keep track of their potential and also who is the owner of this person and who is responsible for converting them into a student at your school. We've reached the end of our session. Thank you for watching and see you the next time.